it's been big news over the last week. There's been all the Global Force Wrestling roster reveals. There's a lot of the Japanese guys were revealed, and then a couple of days ago, yourself and Tyrus were announced. What are your goals with Global Force?
I'm really happy that Jeff had called me to do that. Actually, when the phone. What's funny is I don't pick up numbers that aren't stored in my phone, so I almost didn't pick up the phone call. Like, I got the call and I was just like, I don't know who this is. And then I was like, maybe I'll pick it up. And it was Jeff Jarrett. And I'm just really honored that he wants me to be like on the ground floor with it. So like, I'm really happy about that, and I'm really happy that he wants to go in a direction that's very wrestling based. And if you saw the roster, like guys like Sanjay Dutt and Trent Beretta. Chuck Taylor, you got the Young Bucks, you got the Bullet Club, and then you got some more senior guys, like Chris Masters is there, and of course Jeff will be there. So I think it's got a very good roster. So I guess my goal would just be to be, a part of that roster and help it grow, and to be like something that's very big and that the wrestling world can get a part of. Okay.
So you're famous for working ROH, TNA, and Chikara mainly. What are the differences between the three, and where have you preferred?
There are definitely differences between the three. I'd say that, especially with TNA, when I first got there, I was very timid because, you walk into the locker room and the first person you see is, you see Hulk Hogan, then you see Kurt Angle, and, you see, like, Jeff Hardy walking around just like, you sit back for years and you watch these guys. And then with a company like Chikara, it's like I started there from another company I started with in their first year. So I helped watch that company grow from our first show that I was on that had 8 fans to our comeback show in trios, which drew over 1,000. So it's really cool in that aspect, and I guess the aspect of, because I was with Chikara for so long, it feels like a family. Like you walk in, you don't shake hands, you hug, and you talk to these guys on the weekly basis. I really didn't have that with TNA. Although with TNA, I had more of I learned more because I was able to ask guys like Al Snow and D'Lo Brown, like what they thought of my match and what kind of feedback they could give me, and especially working guys like like a Kenny King or like a guy like Sanjay Dutt for help and for advice. So in that respect, TNA was really helpful to me, and I'd say the same thing with Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is a family. It's a whole bunch of really hungry wrestlers, and that was like the best of the best. Those are the elite of the elite. And when I was there, that's when Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson was there, and Nigel McGuinness was there, Austin Aries was there. So I was able to go out there and wrestle, and then come back and be like, "Hey, did you watch my match? Hey, do you have any critiques for me?" So maybe my wrestling at the time when I was in Ring of Honor wasn't the best wrestling in the world that I was putting out there, but I learned the most, I'd say, from my time at Ring of Honor. So it's a little bit the difference between the three companies, for me personally.
Okay. What's your favourite match so far?
So I
had a brilliant one with El Ligero, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I had a brilliant one with El Ligero at Hope. But I actually don't like any of the matches I do. I hate watching my matches back. But I do know there are two in particular that I really, really enjoy. There's one was my first ever match for WXW in Germany, because I'd never been a part of an environment like that where the crowd doesn't sit, there are no guardrails, they're right up on the ring canvas. And that was crazy to me. And my second was at a 4-way between myself, El Generico, Nick Jackson, and Kota Ibushi, Chikara, King of Trios. And when I watch that match back, I actually kind of cringe, because I'm like, those three guys they're three of the best wrestlers on the planet right now. And I was like, I just kind of like filled my role. But it was right after I left the Ring of Honor, and I was actually going to quit wrestling. I'd actually told my trainer, my quack, which is I think I'm done, like, after this weekend. Like, I don't want to wrestle anymore. He's like, well, I got a match for you, maybe. And like, when we were putting stuff together and I had the match, I was just like, whatever, like, yeah, I'll do this. And then I just saw the enthusiasm out of those guys, and then the response from the crowd and the response from the match, it made me love wrestling again. So maybe I don't feel like I was the best part of that match, but that match made me love wrestling again. So that's why I like that match, like probably the most. Maybe not my actual effort, but what I've got out of that match is why that match is very important to me, or probably my favorite match.
Okay. How are you enjoying your experience in the UK so far?
No, I'm having a great time. I've been very, very busy, which I'm really thankful for, and the fans have been great. You know, I've had really good matches. I wrestled Tommy and at HXC, which was really good. I wrestled Ligero at Hope. I got to wrestle Jimmy Havoc at Hope, which I was really, really excited about. So far the tour's been great. I've been wrestling guys I'm really looking forward to. I got to wrestle Marty Scroll, which I thought was really fun over at Pro Wrestling Heroes. So yeah, the tour's been great, and this guy, Harvey Dale's been taking care of me, making sure I'm fed and and watered. So I'm having a great time. I couldn't ask for more.
Okay. Was there a specific match or moment that made you want to wrestle to begin with, to get into the business?
There is. So I was a fan of wrestling ever since I was little. I loved wrestling. I'd watch it on Saturday mornings with my father and my brother. We'd always watch it. But I never was like, oh, I want to be a wrestler. Then there was that craze of like the WCW cruiserweights, and I started watching these cruiserweights, and I was like, oh, these guys are great. And then someone was like, oh, you should see some of where like Dean and Eddie and Chris, like where they came from. They came from this company called ECW. You should watch ECW. So I started watching ECW, and I watched Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn, and I watched that match, and when that match was over, I said, that's what I want to do. I want to be a pro wrestler. And I actually told that story to Jerry Lynn. He said, I'm sorry.
Awesome. Obviously touched upon Global Force and the UK tour. Have you got any other specific plans for the future? What's the future hold for Jigsaw?
Right now, I got a busy weekend ahead of me with the last week and a half of the UK tour. But for right now, like my focus is really on Global Force right now. Once I land back in the States, we have our ballpark tour, which I'm very excited to be a part of, and then we have TV first actual tapings in July in Las Vegas, which I cannot wait to be a part of. So once I get back to the States, that's going to be all my focus is going towards Global Force, and to make sure that that's the number one priority for me, because if I can give my all to Global Force, then hopefully everyone gives their all, and it helps, make Global Force, up another level.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you
very much for having me. Cheers.
Cheers.